Welcome to Our Darlingtown, the podcast where we explore the heart and soul of Darlington through its local independent businesses and the people that make it special. I'm James Carver.
I'm Henry Carver, and we're here to shine a spotlight on our beloved town. Join us as we sit down with the passionate local people to delve into their stories and uncover the unique contributions they make to our community and to find out about the town where we live.
Get ready to be inspired by the people and stories that make Darlington truly special.
I mean, we do shows up to 85 kids are in our shows, at some shows.
That must be absolute carnage.
Yeah, it's organised carnage.
Today we're delighted to welcome Paul and Joanne Mason, the passionate driving forces behind Darlington Community Theatre, a vibrant charity project founded in 2023, dedicated to offering affordable performance and theatre opportunities that enrich the heart of our community. Not only are Paul and Joanne deeply experienced in the performing arts, Paul with over 30 years on stage across Europe as an actor and dancer, and Joanne with a wealth of experience both acting and behind the scenes in costume and stagecraft. We'll be exploring their journey, the inspirations behind starting the theatre, and how they see its role in Darlington's cultural landscape, and much more. Welcome to the show, Paul and Joanne.
Thank you very much.
Very good. Take a breath, James. I'll ask the first question. So, first and foremost, what is the Darlington Community Theatre?
So it's basically a space in Darlington where we hope to put on and have already put on great productions for the local community. We run Dapper as well, so Paul and I founded Dapper, and we found that in Darlington there's not, at the time when we were putting shows on, there was either the Hippodrome, the massive spaces in Darlington, or school halls and community halls, and there wasn't that middle space to put on great productions. So we hired schools a lot, and we had to go in and you do what you call a get-in with theatre. So all the lighting rigs and the truss and the hours, so it took hours and hours.
So when we hired a venue, we'd spend a day there already to rig all the lights in, get everything set up and get everything sorted for the show. And then, I don't know, Jan or whoever would be in for Zumba class would come in, and then we'd have to clear away everything and we'd have to be out of the space depending on when the bookings were. The whole idea behind the community theatre is to have a space that's already set up with the lighting already there.
A place to call your own.
Yeah, exactly.
A home.
Yeah,
that's exactly the thing. But again, not just for ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
the whole idea was,
it isn't just for Dapper, and I think sometimes people maybe do think it's Dapper's theatre. It is not. It's a community space that we want to hire to everybody. We want everyone to have access, and actually there are some groups that already are using us that aren't our students or people that come to Dapper. So, for example, Darlington College, their next steps actually have hired us twice and 3 times now, and it's basically it's the class that are for people with learning disabilities and things like that. So it's their Next Steps programme, and they basically hired us because they said that before we came along, they had nowhere to perform. Even at the college, there was nowhere. They had to
move chairs out the way,
and they had little
classrooms,
probably in a space as big as this. And they were just, all the parents would come in and they would try and do something for them. And they're absolutely overwhelmed with what we can provide, and obviously at an affordable cost, because that's what it all boils down to nowadays as well.
Because in the intro I said it is about affordability and accessibility. So tell us, whereabouts is the theatre in town?
Yeah, so it's on North Road. It's a little bit hidden away, really. So it's if you remember Darlington back in the day, it was the old Engineers Club. So it's opposite Machine Mart, close to the Odeon, and it's basically was a very, very run down working men's club from the 70s.
You mean you didn't just move straight in there?
No.
A little bit of renovation.
There's a few photos of what it was like before on your website.
If you go on our website, I took videos of the progress and where it started, and it was literally, you imagine this old bingo hall, and the pictures are there.
It's very nostalgic, but yes.
Yeah, the old tatty bar and a massive open space. But when our landlord, Phil Bland, he showed us the venue, and he said, "Oh, you might want to use this as
Just
maybe
as a
a
one-off for a
party,
show or
one-off,
something."
one-off party venue. You might want to do something with it." We walked in and thought, we could make a theatre out of this. I don't know why, and but we just saw big open space, and as much as you couldn't see the wood for the trees, and there was lots of bits and things that need working, I just thought, well, we put a stage there, and the seating might go there, and as I say, it just evolved from there. We spoke to a couple of friends of ours that are also passionate about theatre, and we randomly founded Darlington Community Theatre as a charity, and I said the website, the pictures show it all. We had the kids from Dapper,
Yeah, some Dapper students in, and they were literally paintbrushes and painting it all, and
my
cleaning
grandma,
chairs, and
my grandma was there. So we had like a 3-year-old, I think at
Up
the
to
time, up to 80-year-old, all coming along, painting and grafting away to create this space.
'Cause I think that was something like in the August of 23 or something like that. We actually got that. And we knew that we had a production in December of Shrek, which was due to be in another venue, and we had this kind of dilemma: can we actually turn this round in time from between sort of September through to December, and have it as its first sort of pilot sort of show? And we were literally, I think the day before, or even on the day, we were still kind of plugging things in and various different things, and finally then...
Nothing like a deadline to get you focused.
Exactly, yes, just to create this this venue in time.
And it worked, I mean, obviously, we make improvements all the time. So, the first show, I think we had some staged platforms where the seating was, but there wasn't much, the truss was there, but the staging wasn't set how it is now, and we've improved that. And
it's just finding sort of like things that's like resources and things that's about as well. We actually drove down to Southampton for
Plymouth. It was
Plymouth.
13-hour trip,
because there was quite a good deal on some raised seating platforms, so we knew that we'd be able to put more seats in, because I think when we first went out, it's all at one level. So things like that, we just sort of went around. And we'd kind of built up a bit of tech from what we'd been taking into the schools. So from Dapper's point of view, then we kind of installed a lot of our stuff into there as well.
Just before we go any further, can you just confirm what Dapper stands for?
Oh, sorry, yes.
I can guess, but...
Darlington Academy of Performing Arts.
Perfect.
We actually called it that because we wanted it to have an acronym. Eventually when we got known more, it was
but
Dapper.
It's obviously second nature for you to just refer
Absolutely,
So, and how long has Dapper been established for then?
7 years.
7 years now, yes.
Coming up 7 years. Well,
It's
in
now.
August,
So. And were you the founding members of Dapper?
Yeah.
And how has it grown and how has it evolved since 7 years ago? And so you would have obviously gone through a tough time in COVID as well.
Yeah, that's interesting. Actually.
It's crazy because when we started obviously just before COVID, and we started with just 2 classes. First of all, just again hiring a school hall. So we had an older class and a younger class, and that was it. So 20 kids in each, or less than that probably. And it got better, sort of bigger and bigger, grew. So we decided instead of hiring halls, we took on a venue instead. But then that was literally November 19.
Yes.
So
we rented.
We rented somewhere 2019, and then obviously COVID happened and everything locked down. We were, all of a sudden everything had to go online.
Yeah.
But to be fair, it actually kind of helped us in a way. I know it sounds strange, but when we all of a sudden had to sort of social distance and things and everything, we ended up having to do more classes instead to allow for the numbers. So instead of having 30 in a class, we had something like 15 in a class. But then we did it more times a week. And then as it built back up again, instead of reducing the classes back down, we actually kept those classes. And those classes actually built from that instead. So actually, in some ways, it kind of drove us to do more than we
additionally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the classes run from the theatre then?
So we have our own studio above the East End Club. I don't know why there's a pub theme going on here. So yeah, we've got it's above the East End Club. We've got the top 2 floors near
On
what
the- next to the
Hippodrome.
yes, what was the Cricketers
Yeah.
Club. So yeah, that runs on it, as I say, completely separate from the community theatre, which is why it's great, because obviously if external places want to hire us, it doesn't affect
Doesn't
our
affect the
classes
classes.
at all. Obviously we still put our own shows on there, but that's
Yeah.
like twice, 3 times a year,
Yeah.
maybe 5 times a year. But yeah, there's plenty of opportunities.
And what sort of age groups do you...
So as
do it?
Dapper, we go from babies, so walking age, all the way up to, I think our oldest student might be 56.
56, yeah, something like that.
So yeah, all sorts of ages.
Fantastic. And talk to us about productions that you've done this year or that you've got, that you're planning, what's coming up and what's been happening.
Yeah, so we, earlier on this year we did a production of 6, the teen edition of that's been released. So we we had some of our own students and we invited external students as well to audition for that in April. And we're doing that again next April as well because it's such a popular show.
Yeah,
We did Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That was a combination of our sort of junior students, main stage students, and the adults as well with that one.
Actually, it's the first show that we've had the adult team working with our younger students, and we both perform as well. So it was lovely to share the stage with our students and and them see us work as well, and sort of aspire to, get to our level, I guess. So it was nice. Yeah.
And what year then did you open your doors for the theatre?
So 23.
Right.
Yeah,
Was it,
so
yeah?
and literally the end of I think the first show we did was Shrek, and that was December 23. So that's the first time any sort of public was in there and things.
And then so the College have hired us and had an external show. There's a group called Steps that put their annual pantomime, so they booked last year and they've booked for this year as well. So they must have loved the venue, and I think they used to perform in smaller places and schools and things. So it's lovely that we've had them to welcome, and they've come back. So we must be doing something right. And I say there's improvements all the time. So at the moment, so if you're looking for us on North Road, you can't tell where we are. However, we are getting a sign put up. So we've had the rendering done on the front of the building. And the guy, you probably heard of him, he's called Dan Walls. He does illumination art, and he does the Arthur Wharton Foundation.
Yeah.
So he's actually going to do the sign. We're going to have it spray painted. So our logo. So again, it keeps it in the community and sort of art. So that you will eventually, when you're going down North Road, you'll know, and you go, there's DCT, there's the community theatre. So we will be a lot easier to find going forward.
Tell us a bit about your background as well individually. How did you both get into the performing arts?
So we've done it, well, I mean, we're saying we, because we are individuals. I've done performing since I was a child. Same goes for you.
Since I was a child, really. I was never really into football and the usual sort of blokey sort of stuff or anything like that. I was always into theatre and shows and dancing. Weirdly, my parents started me off doing ballroom and Latin dancing, because that's what they always did when they said, if you do ballroom and Latin dancing, when you go to a social club or working men's club, then you'll always be fine with the ladies and stuff. Because you can do ballroom.
Tactic.
Yeah, exactly. So you can do ballroom and Latin and things. But then I went on to do theatre, and I went on to do that in college and so on. And then I toured around for a while, getting paid to do what I love and things. And then that's actually how we met as well, because when I settled down and started doing a lot of sort of amateur work and things as well, then there was a lot of shows that were coming up, such as like West Side Story, and in our sort of area, there's lots of sort of amateur dramatics societies, and as a bloke, you kind of there's not in general there's not actually many blokes that are in the sort of theatre industry, unfortunately. I don't know why, because it's such an amazing thing to do, but amateur societies are always looking for more men, aren't they? So so it's I was in Middlesbrough at the time, and Darlington were doing West Side Story, which they needed more men for. So a few of us came over from Middlesbrough, much to the annoyance of some of the cast in Darlington. But that's how we met. It's 20, how many years? 23 years ago. Yeah. And then continued from there. We did show after show after show, and we've produced shows, directed shows, choreographed shows, and now obviously like passing it on to the next generation of performers as well.
Yeah.
So. 3 questions. Yeah. What's your favourite show to perform in, or what has been your favourite show to perform in? What's your favourite show to produce? And also, what's your favourite go-to show in the West End, for example, to go and watch?
To watch, I can immediately tell you, Moulin Rouge, absolutely sensational show. The colours, the dancing, the story, it's so dramatic, the music, absolutely love it. And we've seen it a couple of times in London. So that's my favourite one, definitely.
For me, Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it. It's like a masterclass of vocal technique and everything. It's just, the show is just, because everything is sung. There's no dialogue to it, but everything is sung that way, and it's just such an amazing show. Yeah, I mean, they did a one-off version of it in New York recently, and I'd love to have seen that. But yeah, we were in Florida at the time, really, and I was like, I even looked how much it would be. How much would it be to get a flight over just to go see it? But
Adam Lambert
was in it. Yeah, as Judas.
Stunning.
Yeah, amazing. Such an amazing thing.
And I think you would say the same. That's to watch, but that's probably your favourite show to be in, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, I think so, probably. I mean, this Beetlejuice is probably up there as well.
Yeah.
If I was thinking about a part that I would want to do.
Yeah. It's not available, so the rights aren't available in the UK. I think the juniors is available in America, so we can't even do it like with our junior cast.
Yeah.
But so the rights aren't available. But yeah, that's a dream.
Yeah. And obviously Moulin Rouge is amazing. I love that as well. To produce, I would say probably my favourite. So when my favourite one to produce at the moment is when we've had kids involved, kind of thing, because it's great to work with, like, being on stage with your students. So we did School of Rock a couple of years ago, and that had kids involved. Now I was playing Dewey in that, and then Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I played Willy Wonka. So it was great to kind of perform myself, but then also have my students sort of being on stage as well, and everybody else with us as well. So probably one of those two for me. I don't know about you.
My dream role is Belle from Beauty and the Beast, and we did that last year.
Yeah.
And I had the most amazing dress, and it was just I'd do that all over again any day. Beautiful dress. So,
fantastic.
Yeah.
And costumes, you got a background in costume design?
So I'm self-taught in terms of like sewing and things like that, but I did a lot of work with Darlington Operatic Society, so I costumed quite a few of their shows. It'll be about 15 years ago now, and just always had a love for what costumes can bring to a character and how they can bring things to life and how it makes you feel yourself. So before I was into costumes myself, as an actor, you'd put your heart and soul into a piece and you'd work really hard, and then the costumes would come and you'd put this drab, horrible, ill-fitting garment and it just broke your heart, and you're like, you don't feel it, or, and then you'd have to go home and maybe tweak it, or you weren't allowed to tweak it depending on what it was and where it was hired from. So I think as a performer myself, I know what it feels to put that costume on and have it change you or make you feel amazing or make you feel the opposite. So I think because of my passion in that, that's where I've got my passion in costumes, and I'm always creative, coming up with ways to make things, and I live on Pinterest, the website, which is great for creatives.
Joe loves all that sort of stuff. I like all the tech side, all the bright lights and all that sort of thing and everything as well. So,
But like I do the props and the set quite a lot as well. And so I made a dragon for Shrek a couple of years ago, and I made it out of waste from Tuck Shop. So we have a little Tuck Shop at Dapper, so cardboard and scrappled up all the packages and stuffed them into some chicken wire, and you just made it up on the spot, literally, like just going, how could I form that? And so I just love all the creative stuff, and I'm fortunate enough to do it as my job now. So I love it.
And is it just the two of you, or have you got a team? Are there any other sort of helpers, volunteers?
Yeah, as Dapper, it's our company that we founded. We have got a couple of dance teachers now. So we have a lovely dance teacher called Laura, who's amazing. We have a baby dance teacher, Natasha, and we've got our daughter Cam, who's just turned 18. They help out a lot as well. In terms of Darlington Community Theatre, as I say, we've got 5 trustees. So again, it's Laura, Nicola, Julian. We're the founding members, and then we've got a couple of volunteers that we've added to the team on the committee, as it were, and then many volunteers that help out as well. So,
but Laura, Nicola, and Julian all are into theatre as well. You see, so that kind of works with it as well. So they have the same sort of passion as we do to try and create this venue. So.
And have you got any shows coming up?
So we've got our pantomime. So we aim to make our pantomime now. We want it to be the go-to pantomime in Darlington. We're not there yet, but we will get there. I really want to get so we did a panto. Actually, it was the East End Club below Dapper that kind of got us on the track, really. I used to hate panto. I'm going to confess, it's not my real cup of tea. I hate all the oh, no, you do. But actually, now I love it. I absolutely love it. And they asked us, would you do a pantomime for us? So we did. We sort of put one together. And then we absolutely loved it, and the audience loved it. And then we did it again last year. No, then we did it again. Last year we did Alice in Wonderland, and we have a fantastic dame now called Ben Mosby, who actually does Crafters TV. He's like local. We'd worked with Sarah Davis, and he comes along now. He's an absolutely amazing dame. So we've got him along again this year, and it's performed in the community theatre. It's the first week of January, so it's that like week when nobody knows what to do or where to go. Come to see our pantomime, and it is going to be performed at the local community theatre. So we want to be the go-to place.
But actually, because we're part of something called NODA as well.
National Operatic and Amateur Dramatics Association.
So as part of that, we have sort of awards and things that they do as well.
So they come to see our shows and they do reviews, and then later down the line they do an award ceremony, and if you're fortunate enough to be nominated, so we actually have our pantomime's been nominated for last year, and our panto dame Ben also got a separate nomination for his performance as our dame. So we haven't heard if we've won yet. October we've got the award ceremony, but just even to be nominated is really, really,
because they go to see obviously all around the area, so hundreds of shows. And we've won a couple of awards in the past as well. We did Frozen, that we won an award for that one, and a couple of our individual members have won as well. We've been nominated quite a few times now, so we're doing something right, hopefully.
Yes.
Fantastic.
And what is the next pantomime?
So it's Snow White. Snow White. Yes, so Snow White, it's going to be the adult cast again. We have got some kid dance teams, and the dwarves for it, we actually are going to cast from our youngest members. So imagine,
instead of having people on their knees and things like that.
And it's sometimes controversial. But, so we actually casting the dwarves are going to be these, little kids, but saying all like kind of grown up things like, right now, let's all clean the cottage, and can you imagine them? They'll just be so cute.
Are they going to have beards on?
Yes, I think so. I haven't quite worked out the costumes for that yet, but and the talent from that age group as well, like there's some real emerging talent in the sort of 6-year-olds at Dapper, and they're amazing, so we're looking forward
to it. For our other group as well, we're doing Elf the musical, do you know,
Elf Junior.
Like the movie? Santa, I know him. From that.
My favourite Christmas film.
Yeah,
exactly. So we're doing the musical of that as well with our sort of 8 to 16-year-olds. So that'll be coming up as well. So it's going to be very Christmassy all of a sudden in September.
And we don't stop really. Like our productions, we're always on the go with something. We're writing another. So I said to you earlier, we're writing the pantomime, but we're also writing a junior production for our 4 to 8-year-olds, our very junior classes, and it's all elf theme based in the North Pole, and it's a very twee, cute sort of showcase.
Rudolph is going to lose their spark at Christmas, and
they have to find it
again.
So it's all good.
Fantastic. What's the capacity of the theatre?
So the theatre itself,
167.
I always say 162, but I don't know why. 167. So it's a decent space. It really is.
And stage space-wise, it's actually bigger than the Hippodrome.
Bigger than the Hippodrome stage.
It's 13 metres by about 10 plus the platform. So it's quite a big.
It's actually a bigger stage. So it's
just
a great
obviously
space.
seating capacity. But so it's perfect for. I mean, we've had dance competitions in and all different things like that as well. So it's a great venue. The whole idea as well is even from schools' point of view. Like I say, schools always. Not every school has a theatre space, or they have to make a theatre space where they're hiring a company to transform it. So one of the things we want to try and do over the next sort of year or so is to try and get more schools involved. That even if they do the end of year, little showcase or something, or a bigger production even as well, then they can kind of come and do that. And again, all the seating's there, dressing rooms are there, so it's all
dressing room space. It can fit. We do shows up to 85 kids are in our shows at some shows.
That must be absolute carnage.
It's organised carnage. It's very regimented. We've got a good backstage team. But the dressing rooms hold a lot. We've got several dressing rooms. It's, again, still a work in progress. So there's an area that's disused at the moment at the side of the building, part of the building, and it's internal, but it's where we'd like to add more dressing rooms. So that's the future plans for the theatre is just more dressing rooms.
We've just finished off a disabled access ramp as well.
Yes, that's done.
So it's made it accessible now more as well. Because again, that was an old, when it was the Workmen's Club, that, I don't know when it was put in, but it was something like that. Straight down. The gradient wasn't great. I don't know how anyone got up it. But so that's been improved now as well. So again, it's just all these little jobs that we kind of keep doing. The reception bit as you come in, we've renovated recently as well, because that was kind of the old booth style. I assume it was when they came in with their memberships and stuff, they have to check their membership tickets and stuff, so that's all been done as well. So, but it's just, we're kind of fundraising through like sort of regular events that we do, sort of like quizzes and quiz nights, productions and so on. And the whole idea is, just keep chipping away to try and keep making it better and better.
Excellent. Okay. What's the best platform to find out what's happening next? I think
it's the Facebook page is the thing that we use the most. We've got a couple of team members that update that regularly. The website, not so much; it's more an overview. The website, and it's I think Facebook at the moment, but it's something
that
we
seems
need
to be the way, doesn't it? Facebook, Instagram. We're on Facebook, Instagram.
It's more our generation, I think, as well. I'm like looking at you. I'm like, kind of our generation.
He's really old.
I think I'm older than you. But I mean, I can't do Instagram. I'm rubbish.
Well, Dapper's got a TikTok, hasn't it, as well? And you were like,
I can't do TikTok, and I can't do Instagram. I can do Facebook, but I think that's just my generation. So it's probably something we need to get better at. But
So we can find out more about the dates, specific dates of your next performance on your Facebook page. Can you recall those dates just off the top of your head?
So the pantomime is the 2nd of January to the
4th of January.
4th of January.
Yeah, six shows there. Elf is on 13th and 14th of December. The younger kids, the Rudolph shows, the 6th and 7th of December. And there's other things on as well. Steps
pantomime is in November. November.
And we've got another dance school, polka or something you're doing.
21st of September.
Somewhere in the back of the brain there.
So busy.
Yes.
But when do tickets go on sale?
So for
Panto, we've got auditions for our adult cast tonight.
So we're
hoping to cast that, if not
So as soon as it's
early hours of the morning
cast,
tonight,
yeah.
or after that, then as soon as it's cast, then we'll
Can put together. So it'll be next week for the pantomime. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely come and see it.
Fantastic. Joe, Paul, thank you very much indeed
Thank
for your
you.
time
No,
this
thank you
morning.
for having us.
It's
Yeah.
been great to learn more,
Yeah.
and can't wait to see some of your shows in the not too
Yeah,
distant
thank you
future.
for coming along.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you.